Well, good evening. I'm back yet again. It's been a long time since I've had an interview with a band, but I'm really delighted to get a chance to and the opportunity to speak to Veiled. Good evening, lads. How are you all?
Yeah, no, very good.
Doing great, thank you.
Very good.
So tonight, just briefly, it's your hometown gig, if you will, for in support of your debut album, Sect. Looking forward to this one.
100%, yeah. It's been a long time coming, for the album. So to finally get that out there is sort of like the birth of it for me, really, to get to play it live and show everybody.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I made up for you guys as well with your debut album. It's absolutely. Oh, I don't want that to happen. It's got a lot of questions on there. So yeah, it's. I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's gone well, hasn't it? There we go. Right. So, in speaking of your debut album, first off, congratulations on it.
Thank you.
Like I said, great album. I absolutely loved it. I do have some personal favourites. I would say Hellbound and Death Choke, is it? Next one that long? Yeah. I am more of a metalcore infuriated, but I do like deathcore as well.
I'm more metalcore as well.
Well, speaking of that, you are more of a deathcore sounding band. However, you sort of straddle on the on this sort of like line of metalcore, deathcore, especially with the likes of Rituals and Hellbound. Will it be more deathcore in the future, or is it going to be sort of a mixture of both?
I think it's just more writing what we're feeling at the time, really. That's just what comes out. Obviously, as you listen to the album, there's a mix of all sorts of stuff on there. You can't say it's just deathcore, or you can't say it's metalcore either, but obviously there's a big mix on there. So I think we're just kind of sticking to that, really, and just kind of writing what we feel at the time, really.
Yeah. I also love, I can't remember the name of the track, but it was like a spoken piece about like the police in Yorkshire looking for like the sect, if you will, or the murders behind it. I found that with like kind of like a cheeky sort of twist, if that makes sense. Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see where you take the future of yourselves in that respect. How also does it feel to get your debut album done, but also physical copies, especially when you've got very persuasive fans going, "Oh, release it on CD or vinyl."
Yeah, it's quite mental, to be fair. And when we're working on the album for so long, it kind of gets old to us. But then once the release came and we got everyone begging for CDs and people saying what their favourite tracks were, it just kind of reignites our love for it as well.
Yeah, makes it feel fresh again.
Exactly. Especially once we've heard it a million times. Once we're doing the live show, the mixing, the mastering, everything. Like, we've heard it a million times by this point. But yeah, getting it out there and holding the physical and everything, it really, just ignites a new passion for it.
Awesome.
I have a whole new look for it, man, after that.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Not Master's probably the most restrictive, isn't it? Like, in terms of.
That's it's just it is what it is.
Yeah. That was perfect opportunity to just speak down as a time.
Yeah, I know, talk to dinner. It's really fun.
Congratulations on also playing Download, not just opening for a stage, shall we say, but opening the whole fest.
Yeah.
You've been a band for about 4 years.
2 years now.
2 years?
Yeah.
It's failed 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, previous name.
Yeah, well, previous just been in bands together, yeah.
Someone just said they've been going 2 years, like start to finish, and never launched it now.
Oh, fair enough. Even so, though, like 2 years as a band, and having an EP and a debut album out there, and also headlining the biggest rock and metal festival in the UK. Headlining.
I mean, I wish. That would be sick. Yeah.
In the future.
Maybe.
Never say never. That must be not only a dream come true, but bucket list thing ticked off. And
I mean, like you said, it is a dream come true. I'm pretty sure like every band in the UK / local band, whatever, dreams of playing Download, Bloodstock, all those kind of big festivals anyway.
Yeah.
So to get the opportunity to do that, especially very early into our career, is like it's something we never thought we'd ever achieve, or couldn't even imagine doing.
Awesome. I like that. How did how did you feel the reception went in terms of the crowd that was there, especially when it's an opener and everyone's playing? Larry, should I say?
Yeah. So when we first when we walked into the tent, it was empty because no one's there yet. So we were like taken back by like the size of it, and we were like, "How it just even if we got it a quarter full, like we'd be happy." But then as we played our set, by the end of our set, that tent was full, like front
I
to
thought the
back.
reception's awesome for you guys.
Yeah,
It was
definitely.
well deserved.
So seeing people going crazy in the tent like that, yeah, it was level.
I mean, you were followed up by like several good bands as well. You got Internet Specs, they've been around a few years and they're great. Throne as well. I think it was Throne.
No, it weren't Throne. I think it was what were they called? In Death. In Death.
Sorry,
Yeah, In Death.
I'm getting my bands.
I wish it were Throne. They're
My
fucking
head
sick.
is just filled chock full of bands. And
Yeah.
Playing that one.
Yeah. So back when you released the Black Right, the music video as well. In particular, rituals. Sorry, but this is what I'm going to talk to rituals in the music video. Sorry. There was a distinct lack of masks. An image which you've since adorned. Was that always the plan, or was it a sort of like it felt right to go down this road?
There's like a couple of answers, I guess. There's like in universe, I guess, of finding the masks and the whole discovering side of it, like the Black Right. That kind of thing brought the masks on. With rituals, the boring answers, we were still debating on it, but tying it into the world and having the masks discovered into discovering how we ties the world in together. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Pretty much. It's,
Ooh.
yeah, essentially, it was always part of the plan, but like it was just when we did it, when we transitioned into it, we've always got a story behind what we're doing. So it was just when it was right for whatever visual aspect we were putting into it. We've always had the creature, the leader, the demon that's like following the band around as of such, and it just felt an extension of that character to bring that character onto ourselves and into the world. And
Well, I love the masks. I do have a habit of finding mask bands, like when I'm discovering music. It might be Sleep Token, it might be Slipknot, but they always seem to find me or I find them.
Yeah.
So I love that aesthetic as well. Speaking of aesthetic, taking a look at bands such as Sleep Token, Maelstrom Black from the US, a band that is no longer anymore, unfortunately, from the UK called Plagues. They have this mass anonymous sort of aesthetic about them. And it comes with like an occult, sort of cult-like vibe. What do you feel is the appeal for that occult like image, some say, or aesthetic?
I think for me personally, I don't know about everyone else, but it lets us let go a little more of like who we are. Like once we get on stage, we're fully in character at that point, and it's just building a cult, essentially, a community, a sect, whatever you want to call it. Whatever that fan base is, every band will have a different thing, but
I think it creates more of a community.
Yeah.
You're part of something. You're part of us, essentially. You're part of the band.
That's kind of what sect
Becoming-
means as well, in terms of like the fan base and everything else. It's like, in other words, we're following whatever you want to call it. Sect is just our kind of spin on that. So
Yeah, I think in some ways, words such as sect or cult come with negative connotations.
Yeah.
But when we talk about films, for example, maybe take Airplane comedy.
fucking love that.
It's it will have a cult-like following.
yeah, definitely.
And we use that to describe it. So, I mean, I don't understand how we've managed to create a negative connotation on words like that when for years we've used it for positive connotations.
Definitely.
But unfortunately,
It's
it's what it is.
associated with our sort of music, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, public
Metal.
perception of metal's always been Satan's and screaming about killing people and cutting people up. But I mean, if you actually read any lyrics in our songs, it's very much not like that.
Yeah. I mean, all you have to do is look at the likes of Ice Nine Kills as well. Like,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
using some of the biggest horror films to create fucking music.
Yeah,
I fucking
definitely.
loves Ice Nine.
Ice Nine
I'm a
Kills is
big
sick.
fan of Ice Nine Kills. Yeah.
Ice Nine Kills are amazing. Absolutely. But, you know, they're probably using some of the most graphic, gruesome techniques out there, especially for
Oh, yeah.
music videos.
Yeah, the music videos
They
are
just released
insane.
a track with all the Terrifier stuff. Like, that's basically as graphic as it gets, and it's sick. So
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say I'm not too fond of, like, you know, the really graphic stuff.
yeah,
But yeah, the fact that
They do it well,
that, yeah,
Yeah.
did it very. That, I mean, the music video for An Art of Work was.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
it's
work
next
well,
level.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's one of the-
Yeah, it's just having the budget to do something like that. I mean, we've always been quite cinematic in what we try to portray, but it's always within the budget that we have. So, I mean, something like that, or what Fallen in Reverse are doing with their music videos, it's like pretty much a movie at this point. What Ronnie's putting out, but yeah, that's always been in way an inspiration, not necessarily musically for us, but like visually, like just what they're doing with their music videos and that sort of stuff. It's always been kind of what we aim for, but yeah, it's just having budget and building on that and being able to, you know, put out the best that we can.
Awesome. I, like I said, I look forward to what you've got in store for the future.
No, thank you.
Excuse me. Back when I was to give a tiny bit of backstory. At one point, a few years ago, up until February of this year, I was helping Plagues out, trying to get their name out there. We came across many different issues in regards to like fans or people that were, or should we say, overindulging, or shall we say, religious culture, such as Christianity. People from Christian beliefs coming in and sort of like trying to shut it down, saying, "Oh, it's the devil," you know, blah blah blah, Satan. Have you ever, guys, ever come across any of that? And
We want
you know,
to.
no, but I fucking wish we had, because then it's proof you're doing something right. As soon as you
Yeah.
get people like that following you and trying to shut you down, it's proof.
It's the church.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that's the funniest. That's the thing. It was pissing the church. Well, it was pissing
Really,
people of.
Pissing off members of the Christian faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
What's new? What's new?
Yeah, I mean,
Not wrong.
metal as a whole, never mind with the imagery that we kind of go for, but metal as a whole has always been pissing someone off since the birth of metal. So yeah,
Everything else, so that's kind of entirely the point of what we do.
We just hate our parents.
If you were wrong,
I
Oh, fuck me.
I'm
Oh,
sorry to
dear.
hear that.
am. It was a complete lie.
Yeah, you love your mum.
Love you, Mum.
says the man who's got his mum's name tattooed on his hands.
Respect.
Incredible.
So, one of the reasons, sorry, one of the ways I found yourself was either, I can't remember if it was by Facebook through a suggested ad, or if it was YouTube. It's one of the two, usually. But when it comes to Facebook, and the suggested ads, they're expensive. It's very, very pricey. However, is there a, does it actually, or how good is it to have suggested ads and spend that money in terms of the rewards that you can reap from it? In other words, getting new fans. Like, does it actually make a huge difference,
think-
especially with the money spent?
With the ad stuff, it feels like a very boring investment, because you're kind of just throwing money into an algorithm or a service that's you don't really see anything from straight away. But over time, you'll see that listening or whatever, you'll see the views on videos, listens on Spotify, all increasing. And without any of that, you kind of, I don't want to say pissing in the wind, but it kind of feels like you just throw music out there and nothing really kind of comes of it. It needs that push, sadly. And with the way social media algorithms are made, it's part and parcel of it. I don't think there's a way of successfully releasing music nowadays without properly promoting it with the ads and everything else. Like I said, it's a very boring thing to be throwing money at. I'm sure all the five of us would rather throw money at more music videos, light shows, that kind of stuff. Sadly, it's just a necessity, though.
Definitely, it's more ultimately if you don't put money into invest into ads in whatever form that might be, digital, physical, social media, whatever. If you don't put money into promoting that music properly, then what's the point in putting it out? Really,
Yeah.
if no one's going to see it, then why are we even putting it out? Really, if if we don't promote it right, well, we might as well just make it for ourselves and keep it on our own little hard drives. But yeah, we need to put the money into it.
Going to the cinema and seeing the movies just come out, it's just part of the industry, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. What's your vision for the future of Veiled then? I think it was the interview with Evolution magazine just the other day that came out, and I think you were talking about the sort of aesthetics you want to give live. So what sort of, like, looking into the future, what are your aspirations for Veiled in terms of not just music but also like live shows? Are you looking to sort of like take it down that sort of eerie, sex-like or cult-like image live, or?
Yeah, definitely. It's I mean, tonight we've got like banners, like sort of sigil banners. We've got the video that's playing alongside us, various bits of imagery that we're using that go along to the story that's along with the album, and we've always wanted to marry that kind of cinematic edge, that theatrical side to what Veiled is doing. It's just being bigger and doing more with it, really. Like I said previously, with like what Falling in Reverse, Ice Nine Kills, and other bands that are taking it to the next level in terms of the music videos. But it's always been a bit of a multimedia project as a whole, really. Like just bringing as much of Veiled to wherever you are, whether you're seeing us online, whether you're seeing us in person. It's just bringing as much of what we're doing to you wherever you are.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else want to add anything?
Just pretty much what Rob just said, just scale everything up. Like, we know what we want to do in the future, and it's kind of just bringing what we can do up to the level of what we know we can do. But of course, it comes with budget constraints, time constraints, things like that. So yeah, just to scale everything up and showcase what we know that we want to do.
Well, it sounds like I'm going to be missing an awesome gig tonight.
Yeah,
I really apologise again for.
Life happens, bro. Don't worry about it.
But I do hope to. Talk about a mini tour, should we say? Or
On a weekend, Draconian Rain. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's at the same venue tonight. So if things go well tonight, then we should be able to have the same video set up and that sort of stuff.
Kind of replicate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we'll see how it goes.
I mean, I work nights for a lovely. But like my days off are Friday, Saturday, so I'm hoping to do the Flapper gig in Birmingham. I think that's a Friday.
Cool.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do that. If not, then.
Have you ever lived?
Well, I'm from Manchester, so you'd have to get the train across first, probably. And then I do the train myself, so I don't drive. Sorry. Finally, the one thing that I like to ask all bands or whoever I interview is for basically a band from each of one of you, if you can. If it's the same one, then fair enough. But basically a band that doesn't get a lot of attention. Might be your mate's band that you think is amazing. It might be one that you've discovered and you think deserves some attention. But just basically one band that you can each share for us to check out.
What's yours?
No, you go. We'll see.
Okay.
I'll go
I'm going to be. Go on. You
I'll go
first.
first. I fucking love In Death.
Yes.
Yeah, In Death. We played with them at the
Download.
download.
Forward up. Fantastic.
Mirror.
That's good.
I don't think I've heard of them. Mirror.
Yeah, like Thal, I guess.
You might as well breath like those kind of style stuff.
That's sort of Swedish
guitar music kind of sounds a bit dubstep-ish, but
Absolutely unbelievable.
Like a bit of like electronic sort of sounding metal.
It's not really like dubstep in that sort of sense, but it's got a dubstep sensibility with how they write.
With how the guitars are composed and arranged and put together, it's very,
It's a
very
lot more sound
mechanical.
design
Yeah.
than sort of traditional.
They make the guitar sounds like dubstep, essentially.
Yeah.
That sounds like
With
it could be
metal and
interesting.
distortion, but it's just metal.
Yeah, he's not doing it justice,
I'm
but
not.
they are fantastic.
I'm not good with words, mate.
So how's that spelled? Is it MIRRAR?
MIRA.
Oh, okay. I
yeah,
may have come
single
across
R.
them then. It's
Yeah.
possible.
They're very good.
I will have to check. It's possible I've come across them. Yourself?
Band called Mortivius from Barnsley.
Oh, Jack Halliwell.
Yeah.
Barnsley massive.
A good friend of mine's in them, and yeah, they're really good. They just need to get out, spread more.
Yeah, I was going to say Mirror, but it would be unfair to take that away from Sam. He showed me Mirror; they are fantastic. But if I had to say anyone else, it'd be Fracture, who are playing with us tonight.
Actually, speaking of bands playing with these guys, Ritual's playing tonight.
Yeah, Rituals. So it's
Are they
us.
also playing Boom with Chugga Boom because they have been on that tour.
No, they're not playing tonight.
They're
So
playing
yeah,
out that
they've
gig.
come here tonight for that one. Yeah.
We're doing a cover of our song Rituals for 6 times in the set, and that's it. Fucking it's on brand. I mean, come
Maybe
on.
they'll come down to Boom for like.
Maybe you never know. That's, but yeah, I'd say Fracture. They're fantastic. Adam's been producing them, and yeah, I have to take it from him like, at this point. But no, they're fantastic. Yeah, they're playing tonight, and yeah, just fantastic sound. That sort of fall Swedish kind of sound that where we're all kind of into. I don't know. Kyle's not at the moment, but he thinks it's just noise. But yeah, that's one from me.
Fracture.
I mean, it was okay to share the same one if you wanted to.
No, it's okay.
If you're able to.
No, it's okay. Fuck this guy. I'll shout out Mage, and I'm going to do 2 because I'm a prick and this guy stole mine. And a friend's band Neon Rituals, who I've been producing for like the last 3-4 years now. They're like, how do I even describe them? Straight from the past, into the machine, like hardcore punk type stuff. But they just have a work ethic that is above and beyond anything I've seen from local bands. Except us, of course. But, you know.
Yeah,
I
I do
okay.
like to interview the smaller bands that.
Yeah, they're all great.
I should say in your case, only just getting started.
Yeah, of course.
Like I said, there are bands that unfortunately don't get what they deserve. Like Plagues was one of them.
Of course, man.
Like they released an awesome EP and then they released a couple of singles, which have can't talk about that. But you know, they didn't get the traction they deserved.
Yeah. We were talking about ads earlier. I think the element of luck involved in this is grossly like underestimated. Like you can do everything right, and something might still not just work.
That is very true.
It's a complete shot in the dark no matter what you do. You can obviously make the steps to make it as good as it can be, and if it works, then unbelievable. I mean, like look at Throne. You don't put on any Spotify metal playlist without having Throne shoved down your neck, and I absolutely adore that band. But there's a massive element of luck in there.
Yeah. Also, sometimes people, you know, that can be a massive factor.
Of course.
Yeah, a lot of it's
you know, if you meet the right
You know who
person.
you blow, bro.
Yeah, definitely. It's like Adam was saying, a lot of it's algorithmic in that sort of sense as well. If you just happen to strike luck and get on some, you know, editorial or some Spotify algorithmic playlist that just pushes you out, and that can make a band. Like, especially, I don't know what happened with Throne behind the scenes, but they clearly got some massive push, and yeah, it was rightly so because they are fantastic. But yeah, it's
like when I first heard them in the gym, it was like I was listening to my usual playlist, and then every other song was Throne. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" So, like,
That sometimes happens to me, and then it'll disappear for a while, if that makes sense.
yeah, it never disappeared. It kept getting more and more. I was like, then eventually I was like, this band is fucking sick. So
Yeah.
yeah, just one of those, man. It's that element of luck is just you can't really put a word on it. It kind of just happens, and if you're the right place, right time, right band, right crowd, all that kind of stuff, then you're in luck.
That's what I want to do. I want to kind of just like help the bands get further out there. Like I'm not a huge streamer or YouTuber or anything like that. I don't have massive followings, but my idea is to help in some way, no matter how big or small.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate that, man. Like,
well, I appreciate you taking the time to.
no
speak
worries
to
at all,
me
man.
tonight.
We're not the biggest band in the world. We know that, and we're never going to act like that.
Really?
So.
One day, one day.
I'm going to get Madonna to support us next show.
Madonna.
Please, Madonna.
yeah, Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna.
Well, that'd be some fun.
Right? She might fall over the sex banners next time. I don't know. That's a throwback, if you know, you know.
Well, like I said, thank you very so much for taking the time to me.
worries.
Debut album Sect is out now. You can go and get it on Spotify. The Spotify link will be in the description. I believe you've got these on sale tonight.
We do. There's not
if
many
they
left.
sell out, are you looking at maybe doing another run?
Potentially, we were speaking about it, but it's like
I
happened.
guess it just depends on demand. If there's another
Yeah.
wave that need them and want them, then yeah, absolutely.
Right. Well, here it is. Then.
Yeah.
I am telling you all now, they'll fucking awesome. If they sell out, and it's not on the link in the description when I put it in the description.
Yeah.
In here, yeah. Go and pester them on Facebook. Tell them to release some more CDs. Get yourself a copy and a nice T-shirt, just like this one, maybe a different design.
We got various.
Got various designs.
Maybe new in
And
the
go and
future.
buy that shit. Go and buy the fucking T-shirt. Go and buy the CD. It helps.
100%. We can't understate how much it helps because again, a lot of what we're doing is just budget based. Like I said, we want to make it as big as we can do, and the only way we can do that is by more support.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe like buying a CD is worth about something like 10 million streams or something daft like that.
Yeah.
What?
Stupid.
Like the 6 quid you spend on a CD, like in and out of the Spotify. I don't even want to fucking imagine how long that'll take.
Yeah, I couldn't-
0.0000013.7 pence.
Yeah, I couldn't do the
Last
math.
time I checked it was 0.007.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So
Probably
may
even-
have made like a penny or something, but
Hopefully,
Yeah,
we can retire happy now.
this is why, this is personal opinion. I pass the band to CDs, but I buy CDs. Like, I think I've got in the collection from 460 odd at the moment. The idea is to keep buying. But this is why I believe that buying CDs is so important. As much as it costs you guys to produce it and make it and everything and get it printed, like the money goes back to them. They make a little bit of profit on the CDs, and it goes back into
it all goes
the
back
site.
into the band.
Buy more CDs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we make more cool merch like this, and
Yep.
then you buy it, and then it repeats. the cycle.
Exactly. Exactly. And then eventually you become like Devin Townsend and release 30 albums.
Oh no, yeah, no.
I'm a huge Devin Townsend fan. But yeah, I think, apparently it's like 30 albums written now. 30 albums in 30 odd years.
Yeah, I don't know. Does it? I mean, Buckethead released like
Honestly,
300 in 1 year or
If I
something.
looked at like
True,
Sonic,
true.
yeah, like, I don't know.
I tried to listen to a few of them Buckethead ones. Like a lot of it's just noise, like actual noise music.
Also,
like-
is like something 103.
yeah, not a clue, but
Very 101.
yeah, no thanks.
I'll look at
So-
it.
sounds like effort to me.
I mean, that does kind of. Yeah, I've tried Buckethead, and I think there's one track that's very, very popular.
Yeah, there's a couple of the older ones when he was actually writing music, but then he went through that weird phase of just writing weird experimental music and put out an album
Yeah,
a
but that's
day.
because they were writing in a chicken coop.
He didn't
No,
do
yeah.
that much yet, sorry, if you ever see this.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, I used to write in a chicken coop. That's,
With a KFC book.
well, I imagine so. I don't know. For sure.
Probably, I don't think he takes it off.
I think he's born with that on.
Yeah.
Well, that's one reason why he couldn't continue with Guns N' Roses, isn't it?
Wow, that's a different story altogether. Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, thank you all so much again, guys.
Guys, thank
Like I
you.
said,
No,
go
thank
and
you.
check out the link in the description for this Wi-Fi link and for the merch. If there's any CDs left after tonight, who knows? And I hope you have a great show tonight.
Thanks so much.
I hope you enjoy your show.
I will catch you next year, I promise.
No, thank you so much.
Forward to it.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Cheers.